Hello, Forecaster here again, and we are back for episode 52 of the Railcraft server Let's Play. And I've made a bunch of things. We are going to head back down to the reactor. And it's Halloween currently, which triggers the ghost minecart Easter egg in Railcraft, which has some graphical glitches apparently. So I made some cables, as you can see. Whoops, I don't mean to put that there. So we can connect this up properly. We're going to hook that up like that. And then like that. And I still don't have a tablet. So unfortunately, we can't really use this system. We can start it up, however. So let's... Oh. Well, then. Too many components. We have 9 out of 8, so we are going to need to upgrade this processor, so I guess we'll be doing that. I did not take the component amount into consideration when I decided to go with a computer, but just making a tier 2 processor will cover that. Simple enough. Now, making a tablet is going to be a little trickier. Now, I made 14 circuit boards, 2 of which I used to make the adapters I had. So, I don't know how many circuit boards I'm going to need to make a tablet. Probably a few more than 12, because it takes quite a lot to make computer components. So to make a tier 2 CPU, let's put it into the crafting calculator. Let's see. There. And then we're going to have to add this. Okay. Need a component bus. Oh. I see. Oh, wait. That's an APU, not... That's what I want. And we need 20 of them, but... No, that still says... Oh, 30. Yeesh. Okay. Well, that puts some... Actually, wait, no. I have 12 there. So if I put those in my inventory, now we only need 18. Which is still quite a lot. And unfortunately, I'm out of spider eyes. Which is required to make... what you call it, grog, which you need to make circuit boards, unfortunately, unless you have caustic bees, which I do not. So I have a couple of spider eyes lying around here, but that's not going to be enough. And hunting spiders is time consuming. I'm going to have to make a cut here and see if I can get some spider eyes. So I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so we're back, obviously, and I went over to player's base and found a bunch of spider eyes there, which I borrowed. And let's see. Managed to make a stack of circuit boards and a few more in here, of course. So let's see. We just need 6 stone now. I actually forgot that I had the CPU in the backpack, so I may have some more components than I actually need now. Oh, okay. Someone highlighted me on Discord, and it's not supposed to make any sounds when OBS is running, but okay, I guess. Fine. So 6 redstone torches. And then my guess is that we're going to turn those into 2 comparators. Oh. Or not. Why do we need 6? Huh, okay. Don't know what the quartz is for then. Whatever, I'll probably use the comparators for something eventually. Okay. Let's make 2 of these instead then. And then we need a bunch of transistors. I should already have that bit. What do I actually need for this? 2 tier 2 microchips. I might already have that, actually. I have 1. Okay. So we need to make 1 more, and that's what you need the quartz for. So like that. And then gold nuggets like that. And then 2 of these. That, and then we... That scared me. Did not expect sudden thunder. Then we need tier 2 memory, which is a bit more tricky. Memory is a pain because it takes a lot of circuit boards to make. Okay, so 2 transistors for each of those. Can make a whole bunch of these. Let's make 32. Put them in there for now. Oh, right. Put the lapis away, I think. Okay. So we need a bunch of those, and to make... Let's see what we need. We need 2 tier 2 memory. Need 2 of those. For that, we need 30 circuit boards. Okay, we need the lapis back. Put the torches away. 2 of those. Put these pipes away in there. And a piece of paper. And then the procedure is to make 8 transistors, which we have, 8 chips, which we have. I'll make them anyway, I guess. Make 8 of those. We'll put those away. And find those. And then we need to make tier 1 memory. 2 of those, I guess. Oh. The gold nuggets away for now. My inventory is quite full. What did I need? So those... This doesn't add up, does it? Oh, right. We need 8 tier 1 memory, not 2. So let's get all of those. Then we'll take those out for now. Do that. And that. That's 6. And 8. Okay. And then like that. And that gets us that. Already almost used half of the circuit boards. Making RAM is horrendously expensive. And then to make tier 2, we need 6 of those. And we have 5, so we need to make 1 more set of tier 2 chips. So we can put those there. And then we need the golden nuggets, don't we? There. And then we can put away all but 6 of those. And that'll give us those 2. Then we need 2 more of those. Easy enough. And then we have the gold nuggets already. That gets us the tier 2 CPU. I made a clock because the crafting calculator said it, but that was obviously for the tier 1 processor, which I already had. How expensive is a tier 1 tablet case? We want 1. Let's add this to our record. And then a component bus. Two circuit boards, and a diamond, some other stuff. Not too bad. Now, what about a tier 2 tablet? Because if I were to make one, I would probably want to make a tier 2 right away. That requires a tier 3 component bus, which I'm not entirely sure why tablet needs component buses. Tier 3 memory as well, which is expensive. Maybe a tier 1 tablet will do. I mean, it'll only have a tier 1 screen though, I think. No, the tier 1 has a tier 2 screen. Okay, so I think a tier 1 will do. So we need 2 comparators for that, which I already have. We need a tier 1 screen, which is pretty easy. Let's make that. Get some glass. And a... let's see. A transistor and a piece of redstone. And then the rest was just iron. So to pop into the vault. Grab some iron. Don't know why it's so friggin' laggy. Sometimes. It's not very nice though. And then for the tier 2 screen, we're going to need a tier 1 microchip and then blue, red, and green dye. Let's see, do I have any red laying around? Yes, I do. Perfect. Okay. So that goes there. And then a bit of blue. And we have some green down here. Just left over from other stuff. Red, green, blue. Tier 2 microchip, which we have. And then we just need 4 gold ingots, which we have down in the vault here. And that's our tier 2 screen. And we need a tier 3 microchip, which I happen to have 2 left of now. That actually goes like that. And then the component bus requires a control unit, which requires a clock, which I conveniently happen to have one for some mysterious reason. Should be able to requires a redstone torch. Like that. And where's the control unit? There. Like that. And then we can make that. Perfect. And then next we needed a printed circuit board. We also need a button. and 4 more gold ingots. Circuit board and a button. I would guess that is the power switch. Now I placed the assembler here. So now we need some stuff for this. So we need an EEPROM with Lua BIOS, of course. And I actually need 2 of those. So let's get that going. I can put these away. Except I need 2 of each. For the EEPROMs. Then I need 2 more redstone torches. And gold nuggets, which I'm low on, but not for long. Piece of paper, which I have 4 of those. There. Now we need to turn these into BIOS EEPROMs. Now, really what you can do to save the leather from the books, instead of because I don't have a lot of leather, instead of crafting the BIOS EEPROMs, what you can do, and I guess I could have, well, I didn't want to take the elevator one, the elevator client. I'm going to borrow this, and we can't use that computer obviously because it doesn't. Actually, we can leave this CPU down here. We can take an existing BIOS EEPROM and copy the contents of it into my other 2 EEPROMs, which all it cares about is what is on the EEPROMs. The actual item is the same, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they are magically linked. So if the mod updates, if the contents automatically updates, or if they are actual. Actually, I think the EEPROMs store the data in the NBT data, maybe. It's not actually a file system like a hard drive. So if I do that, we can see a rather messy representation of the contents in bytes stored in the NBT data in the item. So if we put this in there, we can boot this computer up. And once OpenOS is running, using the Flash program, we do Flash, and then we'll do R to read from the EEPROM. Say BIOS.lua. So now we have a file called bios.lua. And if we edit that, we see a copy of the most basic system that allows you to run OpenOS or boot OpenOS. So we can now take this out and we can put one of these in. We can't put in both at once, unfortunately. Should make this a little smoother, but then we can flash again. We'll say quiet, and then we'll flash the BIOS file we read onto this empty EEPROM, and then we can set the label to EEPROM Lua BIOS. Is that what it said? Was BIOS? BIOS was all uppercase. Yeah, I thought so. And once it is done, once we take it out, it updates the label. No? Oh. I think we might need to use quotes around that to have a space in it. So now, there we go. So now these two look the same and have the same contents, even though this one wasn't actually crafted like this. And we're going to repeat the same process with this one, like that. And then if we take it out, the label updates. So now we have one for this computer, one for the reactor computer down there, and one for the tablet. I think a tier 1 CPU will do for this tablet. Pretty sure that will do. So let's make a tier 1 CPU, I guess, which is going to take another control unit. Which in turn requires redstone torch. Need another clock. So we need to get some more gold from down here. And we are running out of time a little bit, so I'm going to try to hustle somewhat with this. No, piece of redstone for the clock there. We need 4 gold nuggets, and then we need a transistor, 2 transistors actually. That gets us the control unit, and then we need an arithmetic logic unit, which requires 3 transistors. Redstone torches. Actually, it needed diodes, didn't it? So I need 4 redstone torches. Where is it? I don't see it. Dang it. Fine, let's go this way. Yeah, 2 repeaters. So we need 2 more torches, and then needed another torch directly 2 more of those, and then I need some stone, which I actually had upstairs, I realize, but whatever. Two of those. Oh, I actually had 2 already. Right. Whoops. Dang it. Thought I'd made 2. I thought I used them, though. Ah, well. Right. Piece of redstone. 2 chips. Gets me a tier 1 CPU. And then we're going to need some memory. And we know that a tier 1 card is not enough to run OpenOS properly. Or at all. So, ooh. Well, we're going to want to make more of these. Which is going to require some gold nuggets. Oh. Oh, okay. Out of iron ingots, or our iron nuggets. I mean, let's just turn all of this into a bunch of nuggets. Okay, that'll do. Now it's below 1 bucket's worth, so we can get some iron in. Except it didn't go in. Pour some more in, and then make some more iron nuggets. Make some more of these. It'll come in handy. And then we can make 2 more of these. And then we can make some a tier 1.5. And then how many of those do I have? Enough, so we can make it tier 2. And that should be sufficient. We also need a wireless network card, of course, which is relatively simple to make. We need a card base, need more iron nuggets. Apparently I managed to use exactly all of them. And we are a bit over time now, so I'm going to be looking to finish this. Okay, need a cable from there. Gets us that, and then that requires one of you, and don't I have ender pearls somewhere? I don't have any ender pearls. Apparently, I've used them. Okay, so I'm going to have to put that off. We'll put that in there for now. We also need a hard drive, which is not terribly interesting. So I'm going to end the episode here. We'll continue working on this in the next one, of course. So, with that, I will see you then.